To my amateur boxers, you have to be coachable. That's what this video is about. I'm gonna tell you guys why it's really important to be coachable as an amateur boxer, as a pro boxer too as well, obviously, but this all starts with the amateurs. You have to be coachable for many reasons. The first is that if you're not coachable, then like, how would you expect anyone to help you get better? You won't, because if you're not willing to listen to your coach, and I mean like, you have to like damn near humble yourself and just assume you don't know shit. Like, just assume you don't know shit. And when you do that, you can pretty much take whatever they give you, whatever they tell you, and you'll actually absorb it. You'll absorb it because you're humble and you're assuming that you don't know much, and the person that is leading you
In
into
2
victory
miles, take exit 3
probably
onto
does.
Jefferson Boulevard towards South River
Oh
Road.
my god. The person that is your coach probably does know. They probably have a lot more experience than you. They probably have been doing it for many years. They've probably been in many fights. They probably just overall are more knowledgeable on the subject that you're trying to get better at. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I notice a lot of young boxers that like, a coach will tell them something and they'll do it, but in the back of their mind they're like, oh, this is too much, I'm gonna be too tired for like, even just training wise, like, I'm gonna be too tired if I do these sprints, I'm gonna be too tired if I do too much pads, I'm gonna be too tired for the fight, and that's gonna make me lose. Well, if you go into there with that mentality, yes, you will lose, because again, boxing is 90% mental. So if you're mentally psyching yourself out, you're mentally telling yourself that whatever your coach is telling you is gonna work against you, then guess what? It will work against you. However, on the other hand, if you trust in your coach, if you trust that your coach knows what they're talking about, then you're gonna believe the otherwise. The opposite. You're gonna believe all those things that you're doing are gonna make you stronger, more well equipped for whatever you're about to experience, whatever fight you're about to get into.
Use the right lane to take exit 3 onto Jefferson Boulevard.
So I noticed
towards
that
South River Road.
a lot of boxers, they'll a lot of amateur boxers, they'll take the information, but they won't really they think they have a better idea as to what would work or what would make them in better shape, or better what would you call it, or better, I guess, equipped for said fight. Let's say you got an amateur boxer that's got a fight in 2 weeks. Coach tells you to do sprints
Take the exit.
those 2
Then
weeks.
keep left onto Jefferson Boulevard.
So coach tells you to do something. Could be sprints, could be pad work, could be some
Keep
extra
left
work.
onto Jefferson Boulevard.
And boxers will complain. Well, I mean, rightfully so. It is hard. It is a hard task. Doing stand-ups,
use the right lane to turn onto Jefferson Boulevard.
whatever exercise or whatever training piece your coach is telling you to do. I do notice that, at least in my gym, that fighters will do it, and
Turn right.
but like, they won't do it, like, they won't accept it mentally they're like, okay, I'm gonna do this because coach said I have to do it, but I'm just mad, or I disagree with it because
In half a mile, turn left onto Michigan Boulevard.
Waze does not shut up, man. Damn. So basically, like, they'll do the exercise, they'll do whatever they're told, but they'll do it like unwillingly, completely unwillingly. They'll do it thinking that it's gonna actually hurt them. That they'll do it thinking that it's gonna make them weaker or not ready for the fight. And if you think that way, guess what? That's exactly what's gonna happen. You have to trust your coach, assuming you have a good coach, assuming you have somebody that has walked the walk, that has been through pro fights, that has been training other boxers for years, that has a good record, a good track record, that is. So, if they have a good track record, they've been doing it for many years, obviously they know more than you. Obviously you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Obviously they do. So just shut up, humble yourself, and listen. You don't know what you're talking about. You've never done this before. I'm sorry, you've never done this before, so why the hell
Go past this light. Then, at the next one, turn left.
So why would you like argue against knowledge? Me personally, I'm a man of science. I know this doesn't have much to do with science, but like I'm gonna listen to the facts. I'm gonna listen to who has the experience. The experience is there, and the data is there. That's why I brought up the science thing. Obviously, my coach, Coach Brandon, he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's walked the walk. He had like 18 or 19 pro fights. He was number one in the amateurs as an amateur. So like obviously he knows what he's talking about. Obviously he's gonna make us better. I'm gonna shut up, and I'm just gonna do what I'm told. Guess what? And here's why. Because I know that's gonna make me better, and that's what I've done my whole life, and that's how I've been able to have such a long career. I'm still fighting 20 years later. Like, come on now, like that's gotta be worth something. So if I was able to survive this long, then maybe I also know what I'm talking about,
At the
right?
light, turn left onto Michigan Boulevard. Then take the first right.
Yeah, so I mean, I just find it so annoying. Like, how could you be so inexperienced? Like, not like barely. I'm talking about these guys have like a year in, maybe, like maybe 2 years at most, which is nothing. No, that would mean if you're 2 years in, that means I have 10 times more experience than you, which is crazy. So I just couldn't imagine a world where I'm only 1 or 2 years in, and I think that doing something else other than what coach told me would be better, or not doing an exercise because I'm gonna be too tired for the fight. Like, bro, just shut up, humble yourself. You don't know shit, you've never done this before, you don't know what we're talking about. Just shut the fuck up and listen to your coach. Just do what you're told and come every day, and you're gonna get better. If you don't trust in them mentally, you're just not gonna be ready. You're not gonna be ready because one, you didn't listen to your coach. And when I say listen, I mean like you
In
can't.
half a mile, turn right onto Poplar Avenue.
You can't just take in the advice and then it goes in one ear and out the other. Even if you actually go do it, like you have to absorb the information and believe that this piece of information is gonna make you better. Whether it be an exercise, whether it be pad work, whether it be a sleep schedule, whether it be a diet, like whatever your coach might tell you, you have to really believe that, or at least give it a chance, man. Like just give it a chance. Like maybe you're like, oh, I feel really tired, and I feel like if I do these workouts, for example, stand-ups or sprints, I'm gonna be too tired for my fight this Friday. You shut up. Like you're gonna be tired
At the
no
next
matter
stop
what.
sign, turn right.
Like no matter what, you're gonna be tired. Like boxing is not like you're always tired as a fighter. You're just always gonna be tired, always, because we train like every day. So you're just always gonna be tired. Like that's not because you did that one extra exercise. That's because boxing is a goddamn hard sport. Okay, it's the hardest sport in the world. You're gonna be tired. There's no way around it. Like I go tired into my pro fights sometimes because, dude, like you can't just recover immediately after like months and months of training. And to top it all off, to finish this off, because I'm about to get into something, like do everything. Like don't, just because coach leaves, don't leave and then like skip out on like your exercises or skip out on whatever work your coach had assigned for you to do. Like you have to do all of it, because if you cheat yourself, then again, you cheat yourself. You're only going to beat yourself. You're only going to work against yourself. And yeah, that's the only thing that's going to happen, is that if you don't do what you're told when coach leaves, first of all, that's an amateur mistake. But second of all, like again, you're only going to be shooting yourself in the foot. You're only going to be leaving yourself less prepared. So do everything and anything your coach tells you, assuming you have a good coach. And you're gonna get better. That's all I got.